Up the pipe!
G'day guys, Nate here. This will be my final upload for the remainder of the 2025 season. This will be my last upload before the grand final. My next upload will probably be on Sunday, the day after the grand final. Just a season review for Collingwood, player and team analysis and overall review there. There'll be a very lengthy video. That's all I'll watch this space. Can't guarantee it'll be up on Sunday, possibly during the week, maybe even on a Friday. That's the Copeland Trophy next Friday. Nick Dacos going back to back there. Just spoiler alert. Cats, Lions grand final. Don't have an invested interest in this. I'm not bitter. I'm not sad or anything like that. It's just two of the best teams, guaranteed. Two of the best teams in it. Chris Scott, Chris Fagan, the two best coaches right now, and not overly interested in it. Half my family are Geelong, so hoping for a Geelong victory here. That's just putting it out there. Family going for Geelong, so I hope for the best and success for them there. And whoever wins will win 5 premierships in the 21st century. The best team of the 21st century with the flags to show for it, and also just the best team of the modern era and of the 2020s decade. Cats and Lions can make a claim or a stake on that. And Collingwood supporters, myself included, are on the sidelines just looking on. We are Squidward looking down on these two sides, just celebrating. It's basically just an expectation now for Cats and Lions to make grand finals or go far in September. When we're a tier or a step below these two sides, Hawthorn alongside us right now. Hawthorn probably a better chance of winning the flag or making a push next year compared to us. Crows, Giants, Suns, Freo, they're in the mix. They're a couple of steps below us. They'll probably make their rise again. Swans looking to respond 2026. Dogs could be anything. Saints making a splash. Carlton making a splash in this upcoming trade period. And we've got some X Factor teams I don't really care about beneath Carlton and St Kilda, who are likely going to be rebuilding or just building the foundations for 2026. And 2026 for Collingwood could be the year of transition, replenishing the list, building the foundations for another premiership tilt going forward. I looked at our 2023 premiership side, and it's also going to be interesting what it's going to look like, or just teams or players leaving. Nathan Murphy retired, Jack Ginnivan off the Hawthorn, Oleg Markov delisted, Will Hoskin-Elliott retiring, and then the recent news coming out of guys like Mason Cox and Tom Mitchell told to explore their options in other clubs, and Jamie Elliott and Brody Myercheck linked to other clubs as well. So you realise in 12 months' time, half of our premiership side of 2023 will either be retired or just basically gone from Collingwood. So it's a bitter pill to swallow. You compared that to the 2010 side, and only like 4 or 5 players from the end of 2012 or 2013 had left Collingwood. So reality check and a realization as well. We have to replenish the list. Is it a rebuild? Are we falling off a cliff? Are we too old, too slow, and just too washed and not good enough for 2026? This video will discuss 5 areas of improvement from me, at least, on what Collingwood needs to do for 2026. Before I get into this video, YouTuber, content creator, shit, make sure you guys have subscribed to my channel if you're not already. Give the video a like, comment your thoughts on what you want to see from Collingwood in 2026, areas of improvement, players to lift, players to bring in, whatever. Recommend it, share it. Again, this will be my last upload before the grand final. My next upload will be the Collingwood season review, and I'm not too sure when that's going to be. Cheap plugs out of the way. Let's just get into this video. So this will not be in order of priority down to least priority, but I did identify 5 areas of improvement. And the first area of improvement, I think, and going long term is it's time to find a dance partner, a long-term elite midfielder to support Nick Dacos in the midfield. Nick Dacos for 2025 averaged 30 disposals a game across his 25 games, 750 total disposals, averaging 30 disposals a game. That's a flat 30 disposals a game, so it's very neat for his stats there. But the next player for most average disposals this year was Josh Dacos, 26.8 disposals a game, and that's across half-back and an outside mid. On the wing, pretty much. We saw what he can do in the midfield, that final quarter against Gold Coast. Does Josh Dacos make the permanent move to the midfield in 2026? They tried it with Josh Dacos in 2021, and he's very flat-footed in the stoppages, not accountable for his man. And he's like that as well across half-back. He likes to float off his man, accumulate disposals. That's fair enough. He can damage the scoreboard or make an impact up the ground. But can he be accountable in the stoppages. That's an area he needs to improve on in the midfield. They tried it 5 years ago. I saw it in games back then. Hopefully, he's able to improve on that. It's been 5 years. Nick Dacos is there to support him, rather tandem. So hopefully that's the case. Tom Mitchell, 23 disposals a game, only 4 AFL games this year. Update, he's been told in his exit interview to look at other opportunities, find a fourth club if they take him on. I think he finds a fourth club, but is there a club out there willing to have an inside midfielder uh, as depth in the midfield? Gone are the days of contested possessions and clearances, uh, winning the games. You've got to have impact with the ball in hand, possessing the footy, being efficient. Tom Mitchell is not efficient with the ball in hand, let's be honest, but he's able to find the footy and help out others around him. Premiership player, 2023, he helped out Nick Dacos in the midfield, Jordan Ngoe in the midfield, Pendlebury side body, made others around him look better. That's what Tom Mitchell can provide to either club. If you're an opposition supporter looking at Tom Mitchell, if he can help out your midfield group, bring him on for a year, maybe 2, if he's up to it. Pendlebury averaging 22 disposals a game from 22 games. Without being the sub or being subbed out, he would average 24 disposals a game. So deserving of an extension into 2026, but surely 2026 is his final season unless he averages 25 disposals a game. Then he can stay around, do whatever he wants. Side bottom, 21 disposals a game from 23 games. For side bottom, he has to be, and this is a call out to our younger players. Side bottom needs to be on the fringes of our bottom 6 core in the best 23. He needs to be our 14th or 15th best player, not in the top 5. He'll likely finish top 5 in the Copeland Trophy count next Friday. Jack Crisp, a tick over 20 disposals a game. Ned Long, 17 disposals a game, or 17.8. Full games, he averages 18.7. He averages a disposal more if he plays a full game. Perryman averaging 15 disposals across halfback. We got him from GWS as a free agent for more midfield minutes, and I think he will play midfield next year. Reef McInnes returning from his injury. Hopefully, we get one of Jacob Blight or Stephen May. Hopefully, Jacob Blight at this rate. A key defender, so Harry Perryman can focus on being an inside mid or just an overall midfielder. Jordan Ngoe, 15 disposals a game from 11 games, 16 disposals from his 9 full games played. Ed Allen, 13 disposals from 11 games, 16 or nearly 17 disposals from 9 full games played. Calling out Ed Allen for 2026 to cement himself in the best 23. I will touch on player management in an area of improvement in a few minutes, and it's not entirely Ed Allen's fault. I'll explain why. Bo McCreary, if he's going to play midfield fully or more midfield minutes next year, he needs to bring up his averages up to 15 disposals a game, 11 disposals a game from 19 games played. Subbed out early against St Kilda. That could have been his breakout game in the midfield before his hamstring injury. So what could have been? So just under 12 disposals a game. And I'll include Lockie Sullivan as well. If we're going to delist or get rid of Tom Mitchell, I do think Lockie Sullivan can take that Tom Mitchell role. Just turned 28 and he averages just over 10 disposals a game, basically playing half forward or up the ground. Uh, Maybe he plays more inside mid, who knows, but he'll likely get an extension at Collingwood. But it's time to find a second elite midfielder for Nick Dacos. Will it happen next year? Do we have it in our weaponry or arsenal with Josh Dacos, Perryman? Can Jordan Ngoe play a full season? Bo McCreary, is he our Cozzy Pickett playing more midfield minutes? Ned Long, can he average 20 disposals a game still or close to it? We'll find out. But just to round out the midfield group, yes, we were efficient early on in the season as a midfield group, but we were still losing contested possessions and clearance work. I know, again, it's being hypocritical or contradictory in saying that because, again, gone are the days of if you win the contested possessions and clearances, you win the game. It's more so gain that territory, being efficient with ball in hand, possessing the footy well, obviously being first to the footy, but applying the pressure for 4 quarters, running out the games as well. Can we find a second midfielder that can average 25 plus disposal a game? Support Nick Dacos. So teams, if they tag Nick Dacos, it's not a case of if you stop Nick Dacos, you stop Collingwood. We need to be able to have some more elite midfielders, just like 2023. Can we find that midfield group again? The second key area of improvement for Collingwood in 2026, improving our scoring profile. 308 goals scored this year. We were 8th overall for points averaged a game, points for averaged a game. But in the last 9 games played, and I'm going to include our 2 final series, the last 7 home and away games, basically after our win against Carlton, we averaged a whopping 70 points a game. We didn't score over 100 and we only scored above 90 once, and that was against Richmond. We need to improve on that. That's basically bottom four areas. We can't win a premiership or make a tilt at it scoring 70 points a game. Our defensive profile is pretty good, no issues there. Our attacking game is what we need to improve on. We're the opposite of the Western Bulldogs. They're the best attacking side in the competition. They didn't make finals. Their defensive profile lets them down. We're the opposite of that. But of the 308 goals scored, we could be losing up to 96 of those goals. So basically 30% of our scores this year, or our goals, are going to be linked to other clubs. Jamie Elliott, 60 goals, linked to Gold Coast. Brody Myercheck, 36 goals, linked to Melbourne. Tim Membry, 32 goals this year. A good, solid contribution from him. No issues there. But he's out of contract end of 2026. Does he keep his spot in the best 23? We'll find out. Bobby Hill, 20 goals this year, but he missed 11 games. Very unfortunate there. McStay, 19 goals from 18 games. He missed 7 games, 5 for injury and 2 because he was dropped for finals. Nick Dacos, 17 goals. And I'm going to call out the midfield group as well because I do want to see midfielders kick more goals for Collingwood this year. Basically, our one wood was find Jamie Elliott, Myercheck, McStay, Membry, Bobby Hill as well when he was playing. If they weren't kicking goals, we were basically screwed. So our midfielders need to score more goals in 2026. Nick Dacos, 17 goals this year, down from 20 last year. Still side bottom, kicking goals this year. His sixth highest goal tally in his career for a season for 15 goals, 3 goals in that qualifying final win over Adelaide. Lockie Schultz averaging under a goal a game this year, the first time since 2020. 13 goals from 16 games. Lockie Schultz, surprisingly, when I checked it, he averaged over a goal a game last year, and that was a letdown year for him. But he's able to respond this year for his forward half pressure and just being efficient around the ground with ball in hand. Oscar Elliott, 12 goals, retired. Lipinski, 10 goals this year, down from 18 last year. Crisp, 9 goals this year, down from 14 last year. And Jordan Goey kicking 9 goals this year, down, or his lowest goal tally since his debut year in 2015. So for next year, we're going to likely lose Myercheck and possibly Elliott as well. That's a double whammy. So where are the goals coming from? It can't be from Membry kicking 30 goals a year again. Bobby Hill would need to play a full season if he's still at Collingwood. That's a highly unlikely case of him leaving, but you never know. Can Dan McStay cement himself back in a best 23? Hopefully he's playing as a key forward only. He's agile. He's good up the ground, good below the knees as well. Can he just play a key forward role only? Jack Buller coming in. He can play ruck forward at times. McCarthy coming in. Darcy Cameron playing a full ruck role. We just need Dan McStay to have a permanent role up forward if that's the case. Can Nick Dacos pick more goals? Can he average a goal a game alongside averaging 30 disposals a game? If that's the case, he wins a Brownlow. He wins 2 Brownlows. He wins 3 Brownlow medals. I don't expect Sidebottom to kick goals again, but you never know. Hopefully Schultz can kick up to 20 goals next year. Lipinski, can he get up to 15, 20 goals a game? Can Jack Crisp kick goals again? Can Jordan Goey play a full season and kick goals again? Can Charlie West break through next year? We can't expect Charlie West to have a breakthrough year and kick 40 or 50 goals next year. He can't be Logan Morris, but Charlie West is developing well. Zach McCarthy, ruck forward. Does he play an AFL game next year? Does Jack Buller improve our scoring profile next year? That's the thing that worries me. I think this will be a backward step for our forward half or attacking profile. Defensively, we could be shot, and that's a good little segue into our third area of improvement, and that's just being more disciplined defensively. No issues. Again, we were the best defensive side in the competition this year. Hopefully, our defensive ability and profile remains the same. But you noticed after our loss to Gold Coast, where we clawed our way back, got the lead, then we fumbled it 2 minutes later, lost the game. Against Fremantle, we were disciplined for disciplined for the full game, just couldn't convert on the scoreboard. Forward half pressure was there. That's the forward half defensive pressure and ability there, but it can go astray if one man or one player isn't playing their role. Patrick Voss kicks 6 goals against Brisbane. Logan Morris kicked 6 goals in round 21. Stalemate up until halftime there. We just couldn't play a full disciplined game for 4 quarters, similar to our prelim final loss and overall season exit. Jeremy Howe gets knocked out against Hawthorn first minute, and our game plan just gets thrown out the window. Guy Newcombe could do whatever he want in the midfield. Lloyd Meek kicks 3 goals. Their forward, or the key forwards, will do whatever they want as well. Just got to be able to improve in these areas, be more disciplined. Our defensive setup and fly trap zone was very good, but we can't sustain it. It's pretty clear that Brisbane, Geelong, and other teams studied it. pierce through our defensive setup, switched it up very well. That's what they killed us on, and we need to be able to improve on that next year. And also just opposition key forwards. Don't let them have a field day on us. Don't have other players have a field day on us as well. It's either key forwards do whatever they want on us, or midfielders can do whatever they want on us. Do we utilize a tag next year? What do we do? What do we do? Just basically be more accountable, lock down better, more disciplined defensively. The fourth area of improvement, and this is just on the coaching staff, better player management. I'm going to bring up the list of players. They're going to be 30 plus next year. Pretty grim, to be honest. Pendlebury 38, Jeremy Howe going to be 36 halfway through the season. Side bottom 35, Crisp 32, Tim Membry 32, Dan McStay 31, Darcy Cameron 31, Darcy Moore 30, Jordan DeGoey 30, and Braden Maynard 30 by the end of the season. He turns 30 in September next year. If you want to include Mason Cox, Jamie Elliott, Brody Myercheck, Tom Mitchell, there'll be probably at least two of those four leaving. And again, Tom Mitchell, Mason Cox told to explore other clubs if they're interested. Elliott linked to the Suns, Myercheck linked to Melbourne. Stephen May, if we bring him in, he'll be 34 years old, so another one to add to that. And if you want to be technical, Billy Frampton will be 29 end of next year. Houston and Sullivan will turn 39 during the season as well. So we've got to start looking at replenishing these old, aging players. We've got to look to the future. Another aspect as well is the fit to play and fit to perform metric and criteria. Craig McRae was pretty good on that up until the prelim final. Bit us on the arse. Didn't cost us the game overall, but Brisbane were better. But Brody Myercheck playing with a torn tendon. Pendlebury playing with a calf struggle. Bobby Hill, was he fit to play and perform in this prelim final loss? Jeremy Howe, first full game in 3 months, couldn't play out the full game. He was knackered. But it's also calling out Craig McRae as well. In regards to the youngsters, give them a full, proper chance. Ed Allen, give him a full run, midfield minutes. Harry DiMartia, does he debut next year? Oscar Steen, does he pinch hit in the ruck, support Darcy Cameron in the ruck, and debut as well? Looking at other players here, Jacob Ryan, Tao Jath, 1 game each across half-back, 2023, 2024. Do they get more AFL experience next year? Charlie West, give him a proper run as well. I think he's the goods. And we've also got Reef McInnes and Harvey Harrison returning from their injuries respectively. So yeah, Reef McInnes down back, Harvey Harrison up forward. They can play. I like these players. Jack Buller coming in, hopefully Jacob Blight coming in, youngsters under 25, and not including the draft as well. Tom McGuan, Zach McCarthy, Jai Saxena. So the fourth area of improvement, better player management, old aging players, resting players at the wrong time as well. We can't be doing that. It's a season of attrition. It's a full, long season. We need players playing full games here. Can't have players rested, and turns out we lose these games because we had players rested. They had to play a full season. If they're not up to it, we have got to cut bait. The fifth area of improvement is just getting our mojo back and just better conversion as well. I don't know what to title this fifth area of improvement, but just better conversion. Our goal efficiency was up to 30% entering inside 50. So nearly every 3 inside 50s led to a goal. That went down to low 20%. So 1 in 5 inside 50s led to a goal. Our shot efficiency was up to 50%. And I think that was maintained throughout the season. So every 2 inside 50s led to a score or a scoring chance. Our efficiency inside 50 was pretty good. Fortunately went down towards the latter half of the season. And just our ball use and disposal efficiency let us down across the board, around the ground as well, an area of improvement as well. Nick Dacos surprisingly averaging up to 70% disposal efficiency. He's better than that though. His kicking efficiency needs to improve. I'm not calling out Nick Dacos, but I do think we can utilise our players better. Dan Houston's kicking needs to improve. Surprisingly, get back to his Port Adelaide days. Nick Dacos back to his 2024, 2023 days, if that's the thing. Jordan DeGoey is a very good kick as well. Can he bring that back? Scott Pendlebury, side bottom, no issues there, but their final years. We can't rely on Pendlebury and side bottom and Jeremy Howe. We need youngsters to come through as well. Jacob Bryan, Tao Jath across half back, Reef McInnes to lock down a permanent role in 2026. Ed Allen in the midfield, DiMartia debuting. Harvey Harrison, I like the look of him. Can he convert or can he cement himself in the best 23 and be injury free? Charlie West, I'm looking forward to seeing him in 2026. And Jack Buller, hopefully Jacob Blight, not so much Stephen May, but you get it. I want to see these youngsters, these fringe players break through. I don't want to see a situation of Ollie Henry leaving, Jack Ginnivan leaving, Joe Richards leaving, other players leaving to look at more opportunities elsewhere. Unless you're over 30, I get that. But I don't want to see these youngsters under 25 can't break through and they have to look elsewhere or ultimately delisted as well. Finn McRae, delisted. Looking at that 2020 draft, Finn McRae, delisted. Caleb Poulter at the Dogs. Liam McMahon now at Essendon. Jack Ginnivan at Hawthorn. Bo McCreary still with us, thankfully. But hopefully we're able to find some talent in the draft this year besides father, sons, and academy players. Hopefully we have a long-term plan. Opposition fans will say the click is coming, and I don't want to be a list manager here because it doesn't look too good for our aging demographic and lists and overall. Where I do have some optimism and hope that we can replenish the list, be in the mix for finals yet again, and hopefully the mid-table part or the mid-table of the ladder is the floor for us, and we're able to make that push for 2027, 2028. Nick Dacos injuries, prime years, Bo McCreary, midfield minutes, Isaac Wainor in the back line. You never know. And it's for 2026. Again, it's my final upload before the 2025 grand final. Just to mention as well, Collingwood's AFLW side will take on Footscray or the Western Bulldogs Friday night at Whitten Oval against the Western Bulldogs. 2 wins, 4 losses this year. We've played 5 of the top 8 sides already this year. We've beaten GWS, so the fixture has not been too kind to us, but we beat the Western Bulldogs here. We're still in the mix for finals. Hopefully, we're not making up the numbers as well if we make it, but hopefully for a Collingwood win Friday night to end out this week. But I'll leave you guys all to it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Please be well. Please be safe. And I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is. Up the pies. Up the pies!